pride, greed, lust, and envy can be found within these superstars. With the thirst for gold, the desire for the spotlight, will these superstars pay for their actions?
I came out with that title because there's only one guy that's fitting for it. There's only one guy that's fitting of that championship's legacy, and as sure as hell isn't Kieth Lee.
I called you out here to see if you have come to grip what this match at Judgment Day is going to be. Is that the only reason that you're getting this opportunity is because the better Hardy isn't here? I knew you were going to go there, Shelton. I knew you were going to go there. You were going to go that route and say that the only reason I'm in the spot that I am is because Jeff isn't here. Okay, fair enough. But didn't I beat you whenever I first got here? When I say I won't die, I mean it. And at Judgment Day, you're going to have to kill me to become one of my champion. Tonight, we find out who is ready to answer for themselves, bringing everything to the table, because there is no escape from Judgment Day. And now, Smackdown presents WWE Judgment Day. Who will be able to answer for themselves? That is the question that we will be answering right here tonight, because this is SmackDown's first pay-per-view for Universal War. This is Judgment Day. What is up? It's your boy JNW Boss in the building. We are here in Austin, Texas. We're going to kick things off with a hardcore match between Sami Callihan and Samoa Joe, and Mr. Callihan is in a little bit of a dark side here as he makes his way to the ring. I'm going to say this about Sami. Wait a second. Well, here comes Samoa Joe, not even waiting for the bell. And the matchup is underway. I was about to say that the reason this match is even taking place is because that was real close for Samoa Joe. But the reason this match is even taking place is because Samoa Joe doesn't like the way that Sami goes about business, and that's the perfect example of that right there, as Callihan just tossed Samoa Joe off the side of the stage. Callihan doesn't like the way that Joe does, or reverse that. Joe doesn't like the way that Sami does business. He feels that those who talk about it, those who be about it, and this time he wants Callihan to prove that he is about it. But nonetheless, as this action gets underway, as this brawl gets underway, hello, once again, my name is JNW Boss. I would like to welcome you to SmackDown Universal War. So thank you all for watching in the premiere chat. You are much appreciated. Even if you watch post, you are much appreciated. So, at any point during the pay-per-view, you feel so inclined, prefer to click the like, comment, and subscribe, and also click the bell icon. That way you don't miss anything on Cold Channel, Universal War, or Season 7 related. And if you would like to swing by, I also have my own Universe mode, so I'm sure that will be linked down there in the description. Feel free to come check me out as well. And Samoa Joe. Alright, let's click the bell icon that way you don't miss another upload. Anyway, that's Samoa Joe continuing the attack on Sami Callihan, just dropping him across the barricade. And now, wait a second, now Samoa Joe with a kendo stick, but Sami Callihan was ready. And oh, wait a second, great counter there from Samoa Joe. Oh man! And now his back is exposed for those kendo stick shots. Look like they're catching him not only in the back, but in the back of the head as well. And Samoa Joe is whooping Sami Callihan, beating him from pillar to post, giving him that did not tell you not to touch that type of whooping. For those that remember that. Anyway, working on the leg now of Sami Callihan. I'm sure this is kind of right up Callihan's back alley, and especially during his time in places like CZW. Definitely know what it's like to compete in, hardcore, no DQ type of environment there. And Samoa Joe now got a baseball bat, really kind of stalking his prey here. But wait a second, Callahan with a kendo stick. And that's what I'm talking about, that awareness. Callahan, there's ring awareness, but then there's environmental awareness. And I think, wait a second, Sami Callahan, wait a second. Is he about to lock in he got a bell lock in with that kendo stick. And how fitting is that, because it was this past week on Smackdown where Sami Callahan lost to Daniel Bryan, but it would be a disqualification because he was trying to make a statement to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe got his hands on that kendo stick and was able to use it as a weapon to prop to Samoa Joe. And also on that same episode of Smackdown, you can argue that Samoa Joe was able to come into this thing with a lot of momentum as well, picking up a picture over a pretty game Cedric Alexander, and look at Samoa Joe taking flight with a suicide dive, whatever you want to call it. Suicide dive connect, wiping out Sami Callahan on the floor. I'm like waking up and seeing a 747 coming at you, bro. Oh, the big dude, that dude can move. Referee getting down there too. And a kick out of two. As you guys can see, y'all know the rules of a hardcore match. I'm not going to be redundant. Okay, one person by the name of Cole. Raw, I see you over there. Anyways, welcome head first run to the ring post, and for those that maybe don't know what's going to be in store for this episode for Judgment Day here, allow me this opportunity to kind of give you guys some of the matches that will be taking place. You will be seeing, in fact, coming up next, it'll be Heath Slater. I don't know with Dolph Ziggler in a battle to see if Heath can kind of prove himself here. And then you also see one of the two championship matches. That's Matt Hardy taking on Shelton Benjamin, 2 out of 3 fall for the Intercontinental title. And then our main event will be Randy Orton versus Kieth Lee for the WWE Championship, or the vacant WWE Championship, with the Woo Crown, our first ever Intercontinental and WWE Champion here tonight. And then the winner of this match, actually, according to General Manager Teddy Long, is going to get some type of reward. So I'm curious to see what that reward is going to be. It's definitely enough that these superstars are taking it. Oh, wait a second. Callahan. Oh! Good job on the part of Callahan. Putting the chair up at the way to protect himself, but then just to smash Samoa Joe right in the head with it. He said, nah, baby, got you, man. Got him again. It's like that one brother that like to pull that violent prank of pinching you or making you blink, and then he ends up hitting you for it. Nah, just me. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, Callahan is in firm control over Samoa Joe here. And again, this really been a sit-out powerbomb on the chair. And again, I think again, this is the thing of Callahan not just having ring awareness, but having environmental awareness straight to the cover, and they kick out at 2. The only way he can use it. Oh! Probably trying to kick a goal within his head at this point. Bingo, does it again. 2 times for the heck of it. Because the dude could. 2 times in a row. Kicked the man square in the head, man. That you want to talk about having your ears ringing. You want to talk about, rocking your bell a little bit. Rock the bell, for those that remember that one. I think Sami Callahan looking to continue that trend with a steel step right to the face. Samoa Joe couldn't get his hands up, couldn't get ready, and just had to eat that. And no, wait a second. Oh, right on the bat. Are you kidding me, man? What? Why? Was that even necessary? Oh, man, a kick out at 2. How in the world? I'm surprised too, Sammy. How in the world is Samoa Joe still in it? Well, then again, people do say Samoans have tough hits. So that might, oh, man. That got to be another case of it right there. The fact that Callahan is still taking the fight to Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe is not waned yet. Saves something. Shows the toughness of Joe Callahan. Leaving and re-entering the ring. I don't know if that was the wisest move. But look at that. Go get it, club, and Sami still got that kendo stick. He could potentially. I was about to say he could have used it as a weapon, but he dropped it. If Callahan can either pick up that kendo stick and go to town with it, or if he can get out of this submission, he'll be in a lot better off than there he does. Good job on the part of Sami being able to get out of that. Being able to get out of that submission hold there. We're able to escape the Coquina Clutch. Sami definitely studying things. And now continuing to see the bullseye. That is the blood of Samoa Joe. Ooh, right to the drop kick. Man, that was sick. That was just vicious right there on the part of Sami. Boot to the midsection. Roll him back out to the floor. And Callahan is really putting Samoa Joe, putting him to work here. Throwing him right into the barricade. And a boot to the side of the head. Again, this is Sami's kind of wheelhouse. This is his, domain, as you may say. Look at Callahan. Oh, running off the apron. Brutal elbow drop to precision. And Samoa Joe with the target, 2, and kick out at 2 again. Toughness of Samoa Joe is shining through, but at the same time, we're seeing how vicious Sami Callahan can really be. And Samoa Joe do that barricade there. These several chops on his chop, sending Joe over the barricade. And I know Joe ain't no punk, but that's probably a blessing in disguise right there, because that allows Samoa Joe to get a little bit of space from Callahan, and Joe can take this moment to kind of catch a breather here in this moment. And Callahan, of course, not backing down himself, going to jump over. And Samoa Joe with the forearm, running back into him. Samoa Joe again, creating some space between himself and Callahan. That was definitely needed here. As Callahan within firm control up to this point. Framing his head against the barricade now. Hello, audience, how you doing? They would like to issue a cordial visit. But, oh man, I got a suplex right on the chair, on the concrete, man. That ain't good, man. That ain't a good feeling. And a kick out at 2. Man, the fight this has been to kick off Judgment Day here. Don't worry, again, like I said, we got 2 out of 3 falls. Matt versus Shelton. Then we're gonna have women back in as a crazy Ember Moon takes on Kari Sane. We'll definitely talk more about that as the night progresses here. Oh, the powerbomb on the track in just about for Samoa Joe. Straight to the cover. He probably just broke the back of Callahan on that one, and a kick out at 2. Somehow, Callahan is still in it. He was able to get out of the Coquina Clutch and do all that. And this time, got powerbomb through that trash can, and the brawl continues. I'm going to fight between these two. This has been a battle of attrition between both men. Sami, ooh. Well, I'm driving him over the back over the barricade here. I'm trying to go for Joe trying to go for a clothesline, and that's out of here. Great boot to the midsection from Samoa Joe. Now it's Samoa Joe's turn to get back in this thing, and again, Callahan's in the ring. Joe's looking for a weapon. It didn't really pay off for him the last time. Let's see how it does this time. They're sliding that table in the ring, and oh, what a sick clothesline! Callahan was once again ready. Catches Joe with a clothesline. Throw them back in. And wait a second, Joe getting right back to his feet. He realized he was in a terrible position. I think Callahan he's probably out, man. I think he's kind of out right there. Wait a second, Callahan just starting to stir here. Ooh, he didn't really have enough time to be aware of his surroundings. That Samoa Joe kept them off in the path. Wait a second, double underhook. Right to the table, brutal stuff on the part of Samoa Joe and celebrating with this crowd here in Austin. Samoa Joe's waiting. Samoa Joe's waiting. He knows he got to end this thing now. Well, wait a second, that time Sami was ready, saw that. Coquina Clutch coming. Wait a second, trying to roll him up here. 2. And oh, man, the kick out there. How clever that would have been on the part of Sami to get that one. And they definitely would have threw Samoa Joe off guard, I'll give you that. Samoa Joe admiring the crowd here in Texas. Oh, wait a second, in doing that, he messed himself up there. Sami was able to catch him off guard again in a clothesline. Dropping him. And now going to send Samoa Joe. Going to send him out to the... Oh, no, come on. I mean, Sami made good use of this right here. The DDT onto the apron. He made some scary good use of that in his matches against Pete Dunne and Daniel Bryan, respectively. And Sami with that vicious DDT. And Samoa Joe probably out after that. Fine for a run to the barricade. Oh, rip first across the barricade, a boot to the side of the head, almost like how Samoa Joe was able to get this match started for himself. Samoa Joe was all type of dazed and confused after that. I don't blame him. Oh, no, wait a second. Double, no. Sami dropping the head of Samoa Joe into the ramp. Goodness. And Sami just admiring his handiwork as he is dragging Samoa Joe here. Where is he dragging him to? I mean, Sami could pin him right now and this match be over. He is and you know that probably doesn't gotta feel good for Samoa Joe. I mean, think of it, just sitting there getting dragged across steel, man. Come on. Wait a minute. Oh no, that's what. Oh, wait a second. Joe getting back to his feet though. Joe was getting back to his feet and he sees Sami. I mean, he clearly sees what Sami's doing. I think Joe's gonna be ready for him. I think Joe's almost daring him to get off that table. He's ready to go. Now Callahan with a boot. Joe probably couldn't see properly due to all the blood that's probably in his eyes at this point. And wait a second, Samoa Joe taking a fight to Sami. Look at that. Neck suplex on the stage. Joe needs to end it. Joe needs to end it, or at least turn what Sami's at least turn what Sami's about to do for his own benefit, but I think he's going to try to finish it with that Uranagi right there. And oh man, a kick out at 2. A kick out at 2 on the part of Samoa Joe, or the part of Sami. And Samoa Joe probably wondering what the heck else we got to do with this one. Ooh, watch that kick right to the back of the leg. And wait a second. Oh man, dropping him head first right into the announcer. Oh no, this isn't looking good with Samoa Joe. The Spanish commentator rightfully ducked out of the way here, but I don't think there's nothing going to be saving Samoa Joe at this point. They're going to double underhook. Pile driver right to the friggin' damn. My dude. You kidding me? Goodness. Almost, you can probably guess Joe probably going to be having a broken neck at some point. You know his neck is done, man. His neck is finished. Oh, and again, second time for good measure. Wow. That's probably it, man. That's probably a wrap right there. And Sami Callihan wins this hardcore match. These two took each other to war here, with Sami being the one that came out on top, and we'll see what this reward is for Callahan's effort. What a win tonight.
Three letters. RKO. And it will be all over for the facade known as Kieth Lee. Now I've seen this guy. Very impressive. One of the quickest big men that I've ever seen. Does he have power? Yes. Am I a little wary of that power? Yes. And I know that's exactly what he's going to bring. That, along with his quickness and his agility. But here's the thing. You can't outmaneuver a snake, Keith. You can't outmaneuver someone that is lightning quick and has one move that is quicker than your entire arsenal. Keith, you think I was sleeping on you because I was more focused on The Undertaker? No. I've been paying attention. I've been focusing on you and tonight. See, Keith, I attacked you before because admittedly I felt you were a threat to me and my chance to become WWE Champion. Well, tonight I eliminate that threat with an RKO or a punt kick, and it's all over. And Smackdown will once again be in the age of Orton.
Very confident word from Randy Orton, and we will see how he does in our main event against Kieth Lee. But speaking of confident, this guy is not short of confident.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 218 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler taking this matchup here tonight against Heath Slater because after Heath Slater won his debut match on Smackdown, Dolph came out and started trashing him and downplaying him, sitting there telling him that that Dolph is that Heath is crazy if you think he's the future of Smackdown or whatever. And so Heath told him to kind of put his money where his mouth is and challenge him to a match here tonight at Judgment Day. And I'm going to say it this way, if you are...
And his opponent from Pineville, West Virginia, weighing in at 216 pounds, Heath Slater.
I'm going to say it this way, if you're Heath Slater, this is a chance for you to really prove yourself, especially if this dude got kids. He got kids, man. He got a lot of them. And he needs that pay-per-view winning payday, if you know what I'm saying. You could probably get up with Jamie Noble. They can all go to Applebee's together. Him and Nydia if they're together. I mean, hey, you never know. But anyway, but then again, Jamie Noble's a rich man now. Anyway, we'll see how this matchup goes. And we got clearly out the crowd here in Texas on the side of Dolph Ziggler. And wait a second, and Dolph is sitting there trying to do all that showboat, and Heath is like, nah, fam, I'm not here for that tonight. Here we go. And Heath is not playing any game. He told Dolph on Smackdown he was going to show everyone what the one-man band is all about, and he's definitely on track to doing that right here. Running elbow drop, catching Dolph right in the knee there. Probably not where his intended target was, but Dolph was able to roll, but he still got hit with it as a result. Look at that. And Dolph is probably thrown off guard at the skills that Heath Slater here. Now wait a second, now referee's in there backing up Heath, and Dolph is in right away with that clothesline. Over then right away with the clothesline there. A couple shots here from Dolph here. And a back suplex dropping him, and the neck kind of whiplashing off the ropes, and Dolph is feeling every bit as confident as he should be. Look at that. Oh, man. An inverted power slam there on the part of Ziggler. Throw him off into the corner. Go for a splash, and he was able to sidestep. They get that mess out of here. Face planting him again. And Dolph now is in trouble here. And he's feeling like he got this thing in the bag. Okay, I see you. Get your move on. Let your wife know that you're going to be bringing home the big money. I see you, bro. I see you. Apparently him and all the kids are watching. His wife and all the kids are watching. Cool. They're about to watch Daddy be proud. Man, got it. Well, maybe not so proud if he loses here. Wait, 2 count there on the part of Dolph. Oh! Like he caught him with a knee. And he's kind of ducked to the outside because it's like he wasn't expecting that. The Dolph counters with a back end, or Heath back end. Got caught with a net breaker for his effort in the midsection. And Dolph always in there talking about being a show-off and X, Y, and Z, and he had the chance to do that. And picking up a victory over Johnny Gargano. That week on Smackdown. They have the future bright for Ziggler, and great combination off of a kind of illegal move with great in the face against the. He got it too by Heath. But off that illegal move, a kind of great in the face against the top row. That was a bit illegal, but follows it nicely with the DDT. Now Dolph is kicking the knee and then running, drop kick right to the chest. That's Slater, and Slater now is in a bit of trouble. Wait a second, that sleeper hold locked in. We've seen him. He used to use this, back in the day, really. In his arsenal in this time. He was able to, in the flailing process, he was able to get his hand on the rope there. Trying to go for a drop kick, get that mess out of here. That's solid uppercut from Heath. I think Heath is definitely going to be, someone that, I think he's looking to be a little bit more serious around here. I think he realizing, given the roster, this is a chance to really stand out. Very honest with him. I mean, this is his chance to really, step up here. Look at that. Look at that. Up and over go Dolph. Nice sunset flip. And then almost an instant kick out right there on the part of Heath. Great power slam there. Great power slam by Dolph right into the cover immediately. And kick out at almost 2. Part of Heath. I'm sure Dolph would probably wonder what the heck he got to do with this one. You feel like he's done this, that, and the third. Try to put down Heath with the referee right there. Coming out the rope break. Heath was all up in the rope there. Just like, wait a second. Get that mess out of here. Get denied, Dolph. Get denied, Dolph. What you think you were doing, man? Heath is coming back. Boot to the face. Sitting on Shawty. Right into the cover. It might be a wrap here. 2 and kick out at 2. Let's look with that if you are Heath Slater in this one. Trying to go for that big kick, get that mess out of here. Dolph is having a field day yet again. He tie that thing down because I think a little bit more secure on his head. That's the thing they're talking about being a show off, and you sitting your head sitting there falling apart, bro. Where's Zebra head when you need him? Everything's falling apart, man. His career's going to be falling apart if he loses to Heath Slater. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's no disrespect to Heath. If you're going to talk out that junk and not back it up on a pay-per-view, then what does that say about you? And look at that. Oh, man. Face buster there, and Heath is again not, getting a 2-step in. I see Heath. Shouldn't have been doing that against Dolph Ziggler. That's the way I'm stalking him here. Let me think about that zigzag. Oh, another famouser. He missed it the first time, got it the second time around. Got caught in the powerbomb the first time, but he nailed it that time. Is that going to be a wrap here? No. He's just standing in this and look at Heath. He's determined. He's like, nah, man, I'm winning this pay-per-view. This is going to be my pay-per-view paycheck. I'm going to go home with my wife, and who we conveniently don't know who she is. We're going to do all that, man. I hope we ain't got multiple wives out here, but that's just me. Hey, I'm pushing them off here. We're drop kicking that mess out of here. Look at that. What a shot from me. Straight into the cover. That probably a knockout blow. 2. And kick out at 2. My voice cracked. Ignoring me there. But whatever it is, what it is. Heath Slater now. Staying on top of his A game here. Staying on top of Dolph. Gotta go for that knee. Get that mess out of here. Wait a second. Great roll up. Great roll up from Dolph. It might be having here and a kick out. He's prepared for every possible outcome. I'll give him that. The forearm. Stiff right here. And Heath again trying to roll him up. He's trying to roll up Dolph this time. Dolph is ready for it. Look at that. Oh. Here we go. And he got him off into the corner. Oh, what a knee strike. We'll send him off into the rope, really. What am I talking about? Send him off into the rope. Vicious knee strike there. And Heath is looking to wrap this thing up, looking to take this matchup home. And great counter from Ziggler. Great counter from Dolph. Turn them around. Zigzag right in the back of the neck. Down he goes. Zigzag. That's probably it for Heath Slater. Good effort, man. What the world? How did he get... He actually kicked out of that. I thought I was... Well, okay, I see you. I see you, man. And Heath is staying in this one. Dolph is feeling it. He's feeling a bit confident here. I'm with it. Oh, he missed. He missed. He's got him. Over to the corner you go. Oh, great forearm. Great forearm and a knee strike. He's just staying in it. Ain't no something. Don't get to his feet here. What the world is this man doing? What in the world did he just do to this man? He really... What? He picked up the win. He just beat Dolph Ziggler. He just beat Dolph. What did he just do to this? Hold on. He was not playing no game, all right? He said he was here to show people what the one-man band is all about. He's showing people what the one-man band is all about. The dude ain't playing no game down there, all right? What in the world? And Dolph can kind of sit there and then be quiet after that. He can just sit there and be quiet after that. I mean, he talked a big game, but Heath was showing, no, I'm ready. He showed that he was ready, and his kids are proud and jumping around wherever they are at right now. Congratulations to Heath Slater. As we move on, we are not in Wilmington, Nevada. It is time for the 2 out of 3 fall matchup. Shelton Benjamin and Matt Hardy for the Intercontinental Championship. And no, crowd isn't one fall. Mark. Come on, man. It's 2 out of 3 fall for the Intercontinental Championship here, with Shelton Benjamin takes on Matt Hardy. These two have actually, this issue really started back on episode 1 of the Universal Remote Warfare Smackdown, in which Matt Hardy was able to beat Shelton Benjamin. And Shelton feels that, Matt beating him was a fluke, and immediately challenged into this 2 out of 3 falls match for Judgment Day. And I'll say since then, Shelton has proved time and time again that he got everything it takes to be a star here on SmackDown. And same for Matt Hardy in both of their performances, not just against each other, but Shelton was able to pick up a win over Kieth Lee a couple of weeks ago. And Matt Hardy was able to prove not only to Benjamin, but had a solid outing against Kieth Lee, and he was able to beat Mike Kanellis. He beat Benjamin, beat Kanellis, and had a great showing against Lee. So let's not sleep on Matt Hardy either. And Shelton tried to get on Matt's head, get in Matt's head, by telling him the only reason he's getting this opportunity because the better Hardy isn't here. And Shelton and Matt was ready for that. Matt was ready for that type of criticism and telling Shelton, hey, I knew you were going to go there. And then he said, tonight at Judgment Day, you're going to have to kill me to become Intercontinental Champion. And you see a Matt shirt in a dark red, but you see it says Matt will not die, and he might not. He might not. Let's see. Let's see. How invincible is Matt Hardy? Got a crown our first ever Intercontinental Champion. This should be a good one. 2 out of 3 falls rule. Shelton Benjamin is ready. Matt Hardy is ready, and here we go. 2 out of 3 falls rule for the Intercontinental title. Let's get to it. These two locking up center of the ring here. Matt Hardy pushing Shelton into the corner, and these two, they stole the show on Smackdown, the very first episode. And we're going to see if these two can kind of keep that same trend going. And Shelton was right. Whenever the show was over, people weren't really talking about Finn Balor versus Kieth Lee. Oh, look at that. The disrespect there from Shelton. And given how personal things have gotten between the two, especially over the past couple of weeks, I'm not surprised we didn't really see the cleanest of breaks between Matt and Shelton. Look at this. Look at Matt Hardy. Sending Shelton off the rope. Drop down. Leapfrog. Leapfrogged again. And Matt Hardy showing off a little bit here. Locking up again and again this time. Matt pushes Matt got the better of the exchange again. And a little bit of payback. A little bit of payback there from Matt. Maybe trying to throw Shelton off his game. What's he getting into it here? A takedown from the grappler known as Shelton Benjamin. You don't want to underestimate the skill of Matt Hardy, but look at how quick Shelton was able to move. Now got him down to side headlock here. But look at that. Now using his leg strength there. Control Benjamin, but not for long. Again, Matt Hardy. You got Benjamin in the side headlock. There'll be a lot of feeling out, especially here in the early going of this thing. And look at that, immediately into a Northern Light suplex. Beautiful work by Shelton. And to kind of keep this thing in the grappling department, which is where, admittedly, I'll say Shelton has the advantage. And again, that's not to underestimate Matt Hardy here. Great back suplex there from Shelton. Benjamin going to work here. Once again, they got Matt Hardy in a world of trouble here. Oh, man, right across the throat. And Matt needed to take a little bit of a breather, at least early on. Oh, wait a second. Look at this. Shoulder to the midsection and a sunset flip. Powerbomb out to the floor. And Shelton is potentially looking to get this first fall via a count out, which isn't a bad strategy. It's either that or he knew he was going to have to take a little bit of a breather there. And look at Shelton flying with the clothesline. Didn't connect all of it. It looked like he didn't connect all of it anyway. He caught enough to do some damage to Matt Hardy. Shelton, this match has been in the ballpark of Shelton Benjamin ever since the outset, working on the knee of Matt Hardy. Look at Benjamin with a nice snap suplex, great snap suplex, right immediately into the cover, form across the face and all, but only gets the 2 count. I know it's going to take a lot to beat Matt Hardy tonight, but I think when you have Shelton Benjamin, someone who is a game that he is, but often overlooked by a lot of people, you can say, ooh, often overlooked by a lot of people, as you may say. I think you're going to be dealing with a more motivated, not that Shelton never motivated, but you're going to be dealing with a more, motivated, aggressive Shelton Benjamin. We've seen the feats that this dude has been able to pull off. We've seen the victory that he's been able to pull off. Look at Benjamin flying cross body. Flying across body straight into the cover. 2, and now a kick out at 2. Good work right there on the part of Matt to be able to kick out of things, and I think Shelton feeling it here in the flying clothesline. Shelton knows he can take his time, trying to go for the super kick and end it early, but look at that. Matt countered right to a snap suplex of his own here. Trying to catch Shelton by surprise a little bit in the kick out at 2. Down here in Austin, Texas, getting on their feet for Matt. Got that name graphic screwing up. God, you have one job. How do you mess this up? Anyways, oh, man. Right to the back of the neck of Benjamin. And now that brief turning of the tide, and if I was Shelton, I wouldn't have went for that super kick early. Because Matt said on SmackDown he'd been scouting Benjamin. And wait a second. And it's clear that Benjamin was scouting Matt too. And Matt was trying to go for that side effect there. Look at that. Oh, man, that flapjack turning thing around. And Matt needed to kind of bolt to the outside. Get a little bit of a breather, but Benjamin's not really going to allow much of a breather. And he suplexes him. Back first, right on the floor. Throw him against the barricade now. Throw him back on the inside. And going for the top, we don't really... he doesn't really use this form of offense a lot, but when he does, it's effective, but he tried to make it effective that time. And it backfired there. And Matt was able to catch him with a power slam, followed it up with a clothesline. Matt Hardy now taking it to Shelton Benjamin. Look at that. Abdominal. Oh, wait a second. Oh, man. Going for like a gut wrench. Looked like he was going for like a gut wrench suplex of some sort. But Benjamin was able to counter T-bone suplex right there. Or an exploder suplex, really. Wasn't it the position of T-bone style? Probably like probably how I like the steak, too. Anyway, look at that. Oh, wait a second. Swinging over. Neck breaker there. Never underestimate the pure athleticism, the pure technical prowess of Benjamin. Again, that aggressive cover, putting the forearm across the mouth. You want to tell you that's straight up aggression right there. You know, that's showing your opponent that, hey, I have no problem getting physical. I have no problem getting down and dirty. And we're clearly seeing that side of Benjamin here, a myth of all the wrestling moves he's doing, but great clapping the ears and trying to go for a heel kick. That was able to sidestep, get out of the way. He was able to avoid that drop kick though. Snap suplex again from Matt. And again, Matt Hardy been using that. I like Matt's take on offense here, using that when he's able to get some space, or right after he catches Benjamin off guard with a counter, he goes to that snap suplex. It's something quick, it's something that can easily get the momentum swinging on the side of Matt Hardy. And we can keep doing that, maybe without Benjamin countering it. And he might be on to something as he catches there with a nice. Oh, Matt, hold on, Matt, how did you? Matt overshot, jumped a little bit too far for his own good, and crashed ripped first right into the mat. I mean, he didn't do it from the top rope, but that'll definitely hurt Matt as the matchup goes along here. Matt got a little overzealous there at that moment. I applaud Matt from staying in it, but he got a little overzealous there. And look at that, trying to go for that. Oh, man, he's trying to go for that side effect again. Matt Shelton had it scouted. To the midsection. Wait a second, what a swinging net breaker. What a swinging net breaker there from Benjamin. I will applaud. Didn't do that first. And look at this. 450 splash from Benjamin. Right onto the rib that Matt landed on when he missed that splash there. Clever work, clever awareness on the part of Benjamin. Isn't going to work here, and no. We don't have a first fall yet in this thing. Ooh, on there from that, and look at Matt. Matt counter, right to a twist of fate from Matt Hardy. Twist of fate from Matt. Is it going to get the first fall? And it does. And just like that, things are on the side of Benjamin, and Benjamin has to be a little more careful. That twist of fate came out of nowhere, and Matt Hardy was immediately able to score that first fall. Talk about getting into the head of Shelton there. Wow. And Shelton having to take a little bit of a breather with Matt Hardy taking a step towards Shelton. Shelton using that top rope to his advantage there. What a quick fall on the part of Matt Hardy, immediately coming out with the 1-0 lead. And Benjamin had to take a step back and probably rethink his strategy a bit here. He knows he can't be rushing in too heavy here, because if he does, he can get caught with a twist of fate and it'd be over. And Benjamin now keeping things on the outside, probably doing that. That way he isn't able to get pinned or submitted on the outside. And look at Benjamin, a little bit more deliberate this time. A little bit more deliberate in his offense. And now singling out the leg, working on the leg of Matt Hardy. What a technical prowess this has been. Wait a second, ankle lock is locked in. The ankle lock is locked in the Matt. Beautiful work there on the part of Shelton. Relying on that wrestling. Pushing them all. Right back elbow from Benjamin. Snap suplex from Benjamin. Benjamin got Matt in the world of trouble, stomping on the knee. Stomp on the knee again. Shelton has really been putting in work on that leg of Matt Hardy. Only thing he hasn't done to Matt's leg and give it a paycheck at it with all the work he's been putting in on it. And with all the work Matt's going to be putting in on it to try to keep it youthful in this match. I mean, and it's clever because Matt usually uses that kick to the gut to set up the twist of fate. And you can't really kick going to the gut full effectively, then you kind of lose that, lose that edge. You know what I'm saying? Shelton taking his sweet time now, going to work on every body part slowly, methodically, working over Matt Hardy, working on the arm, and now look at that. And now I like it. I mean, Benjamin realized where he kind of fell short in that first fall, and then the second fall, kind of taking things a more methodical approach, using a submission-based offense on Matt. And wait a second, look at Matt trying to get another quick one inside cradle here. 2, and kick out at 2.5. That was close. He almost had Benjamin 2 times, 2 falls in a row. Just imagine what that have done for the psyche of Benjamin if he would have lost right there. Kick to the guts. You want to talk about probably psyching Benjamin out a bit. Snap suplex again. Again, back to that move. I like it. 2 with a kick out at 2. Like contest these two have put on. This hasn't been, you're flying at 20,000 miles per hour type of match. But from a technical standpoint, this thing has been going great, especially for Matt because he's up 1-0 in this thing. With that sudden twist of fate, what a tie turner that was. Benjamin doing what he can to keep in this thing. Helping him across the top rope there. Good shot right there, right to the face. Look at Matt, German suplex. He caught it with a German suplex. You can say he got entangled in a German suplex. Whatever. Going for a suplex there on the part of Benjamin, and Matt Hardy trying to roll, trying to get away from Shelton here. Looking at him eye to eye. Wait a second. And look at that, something flipped by Matt. We saw Dolph trying to do this earlier. Is it going to work here on the part of Benjamin? And no, Benjamin was instantly ready. And the suplex. Oh, no, Benjamin was ready for it that time. Knee right to the head. And a back suplex, dropping him down on the back of his head. And Matt's kind of a little groggy after that. I don't blame him. Shelton is feeling it here. Monkey flip right there. Nice work there on the part of Shelton. And then Matt almost on instinct, great ring awareness, rolling to the outside to prevent anything else from happening. You see on the outside. Wait a second. Matt twist the he was thinking about that twist the face on the floor. Talk about a way to knock Benjamin out, but caught him with a gut wrench. Matt was ready, and Shelton was ready. That time with a twist the face and saw it coming, able to get out of that situation. The referee had a count of 5. And then kind of 6, and Benjamin high stepping it. Back on the inside of the ring, off the ropes immediately. Oh, wait a second. And a Russian leg sweep from Matt. Referee kind of got knocked down to the exchange there. It shows the determination of these two. Going for that net breaker. Got him. Big net breaker on the part of Matt. Matt Hardy. Taking his sweet time here. Oh, wait a minute. Matt Hardy going up top here. This isn't looking too good. Wait a second. Benjamin back up. Benjamin is back up with a belly-to-belly suplex again. That explosiveness of Shelton shining through there. The belly-to-belly off the top rope. Super kick right to the mouth. And Benjamin is now taking things at a high speed into a T-bone. Nope. Exploder. That was an exploder. Never mind. I'm wrong. I'm tripping. Anyway, the exploder suplex. Not tripping sometimes. Okay. I'm human. It happened. We move. Anyway, Shelton Benjamin still keeping things at a high octane offense because he knows he got Matt right where he wants him. Pater connects to Matt. That might be the first ball for Benjamin. And we are tied at 1 apiece. And Benjamin, unlike Matt, isn't going to let him sink in. Isn't going to let that sink in. We are now at the 3rd fall. The winner becomes the Intercontinental Champion. And look at that ankle lock. He's been working on that leg all match. Got that ankle lock set up. Is he going to make Matt Hardy tap out here? I'm about to lose my voice in a minute. Matt Hardy is in a world of trouble. He needs to get out of this hold or get to the rope or do something. Matt Hardy is crawling. He is crawling with every fiber of his being. How long can he stay in this ankle lock here? He is cranking on that leg. Goodness, he's about to tear the dude's leg off. And he made it to the rope. And he made it. And Benjamin realized it's going to stay on him. He didn't allow Matt Hardy to get any type of further offense. But look at that. He's been working on the arm too. Got the Fujiwara arm bar. But again, able too close to the ropes that time. And wait a second. Now this time he got it in the middle of the ring. Okay, Benjamin. Benjamin trying to go for that more technical submission style of approach here. This time Matt able to roll out of thing. Able to get out of there. Matt Hardy. Trying to go for that boot. Get that mess out of here. Shelton's hanging in there. Look at that. Power slam. Power slam on the part of Matt, or on the part of Shelton to Matt. Trying to go for that axe handle from the middle rope. Get that mess out of here. Matt Hardy. Switch the face this time. He got it. He got it. Switch the face. Is it going to be it? Oh, this time Benjamin was able to kick out. Well, what else does Matt have in his offense? He got to do what Benjamin does now. Go into that submission game. And great counter there from Benjamin. Great clothesline from Matt. Great clothesline from Benjamin. Benjamin is doing it. Benjamin is trying to do it here. Body slam. Body slam, and Benjamin is feeling it. Calling Matt up to his feet. He got more in store for this guy. Knees right to the face. Getting a bit physical. Getting quite physical up in there. Gotta go for a shot there. Great counter from Matt. These two are trading back and forth. One fall to go for the Intercontinental title. Great hand from Matt Hardy. Heel kick by Matt. Matt realizing he got to go to that next. He got to turn the thing up a notch. Trying to go for a leg drop, missed it. Got to go for a leg drop and missed it. Body slam again. Body slam again. Gonna go for something there, get that mess out of here. Matt Hardy counter. We do it, picking things up a bit. Matt Hardy is tired. He's winded. He's all of that. And Shelton is in trouble on the top rope here. Oh wait a second. Matt Hardy. They got Benjamin in trouble with a superplex off the top. Superplex off the top by Matt. Immediately into the cover. Is that going to be it? And oh, so close. After two quick falls, we are down to this. Matt Hardy is leveling Benjamin. Matt, think it's with the face. Get that mess out of here. These crowd and Austin, Texas are losing their minds here. Oh, wait a second. Benjamin was able to counter. Look at that. Oh, a pop-up counter from Benjamin. Woo. Back to the arm. Trying to break the arm of Matt Hardy to make that switch to face less effective. Been working on the arm, working on the legs. Is this going to be it for Matt? Matt Hardy is in trouble. Oh, great counter from Matt. Great counter. Matt, inside cradle. Oh, my goodness. Two that might be in here. Oh, kick out of two. Gotta go for a stomp. Get that mess out of here. Benjamin trying to do the same thing. He might have him. Oh, no. Matt was able to get his shoulder up. Matt was able to get his shoulder up. Benjamin, ducked down. Leapfrog. Gotta go for a knee. He misses it. Oh! Matt sidestepped him. He ran himself first into the top turn, the top rope there. Matt with a moonsault. Matt with a moonsault, and things are really picking up here in the third fall. Snap suplex again from Matt. That move been pretty effective throughout this whole matchup, but it doesn't get the win once again. Matt's drained, Shelton's drained, Matt's desperate, going for that cover again. Two, and Oh, again. Oh, man. Whew. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. We're not even done, man. We got Kari Sane versus Ember Moon. And then we got our world champ, the WWE Matt Hardy. Side effect, bodies to connect for the first time in this matchup. I'm winning. I can only imagine what these two are feeling. Oh no. Oh, flying clothesline again from Benjamin. Super kick, get countered, back into it. Inside cradle, come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. No. Matt keeping this crowd in Texas on his side. Heel kick. Now Hardy. Shot it over Shelton, boot in the midsection from Benjamin. Great counter from Matt. Gore buster. Got him. Benjamin instantly rolls to the floor. Benjamin follows. Matt Hardy following. Oh, wait a second. Benjamin was ready for him. Super kick right to the mouth. Clever on the part of Benjamin. Fader on the floor. Shelton. I thought he was rolling out to catch a breather, but he rolled out. He picked him up. Fader again. On the inside of the ring. Benjamin dragging Matt. Picks him back up. Fader again. And wait a second, that time, that's the T-Bone Super. Oh, God. He had to be in the roll. Now he's back up somehow. Some way. Side of back by Matt Hardy. That roll break saved Matt, and y'all know it at this point. Matt Hardy looking to bring it to a clutch with the fake, gets countered. Super kick miss. Super kick outright miss. Fader again from Benjamin. Drag them away from the ropes. And it's Shelton. Benjamin is your Intercontinental Champion. Shelton did it. Shelton did it. Oh my goodness. What a matchup. Is he Slater? What the word is he doing?
Good win tonight, Heath. You think you're better than me all of a sudden? Dude, I just picked up a win over Dolph Ziggler. Do you think you are better than me all of a sudden? Well, for a skill, maybe not. But seeing that I do have one win more than you do, that could mean I'm better than you.
Okay, for real, Finn? Mad at Heath for picking up a win when you're unable to. Come on, man. What is this? Finn Balor just losing his mind. He was just upset that he hasn't been able to pick up a win on SmackDown. I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, right to the back of the neck. Oh, right to the ribs. Right to the chest. And Finn Balor just taking out his anger for no reason.
This is for Asuka. I will go out there tonight and I will beat Kari Sane and nothing will stop me. This is for Asuka. did it for Asuka. I will beat Kari Sane because nothing will stop me. Nothing will stop me. Nothing will stop me from getting my hands on Asuka.
I think Ember Moon has gone a little more crazier than normal. Here comes her opponent, Kari Sane. Ember Moon viciously attacks, and all in the name of getting her hands on Asuka. What a night we have had. What a matchup. We just saw between Shelton Benjamin and Matt Hardy for the Intercontinental Championship, man. And we got this match here with Ember Moon and Kari Sane, and then coming up next is our main event with Kieth Lee versus Randy Orton, the crowned first ever WWE Champion. And we're gonna see. Wait a second, Ember Moon is clearly not waiting around. Gonna jump Kari Sane again. Walking around, sitting there saying this is gonna be for Asuka and blah blah blah. Ember Moon cannot get over the fact that she has not beaten Asuka in singles action. With the viciousness that she has displayed, not just toward Kari Sane, but to some of the other competitors she's been in the ring with. Ember Moon now then just taking just firm control, just striking away. Kari Sane after jumping her to kickstart this matchup. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still trying to catch my breather here after that match with Shelton and Matt right form right to the face there. All right, counter from Kari Sane. Kari able to finally get the ball rolling for herself. And Ember wanted this match against Asuka, but after her actions toward Kari Sane, Teddy Long said, no, you're going to be facing Kari Sane, and Kari Sane with a spear. It's shot there, and a great drop kick to the part of Kari Sane. The form there, taking her down. And Kari Sane and then got Ember Moon in a bit of trouble here, dropping her right on her head. Right on the head and neck, and ring awareness. Could have paid off a little bit more for Kari Sane as she had to clothesline Ember Moon to the outside. Ember Moon from trouble at the end of Kari Sane, constantly whipping her into the barricade and throwing her over the crowd and hitting a hardcore match like we saw earlier with Sami versus Joe. But this has been a lot of scoring. A lot of scoring need to be settled. We just figured out who's the better man between Shelton and Matt. It's all straight up fight between Sami and Joe. They're going to crown the first WWE champion. Just a couple of moments time. And these two ladies, of course, got a score to settle as well, with Ember Moon with his crazy obsession with Asuka, and of course Kari Sane being great friends with Asuka. All she was trying to do was help, really. That's all she was trying to do. Trying to help, man. Kari Sane want to work on Ember Moon here, keeping it relatively professional despite everything. And Ember's done, trying to maybe beat some sense into her. He's trying to wrestle some sense into her. Only got a 2 count there. Kari Sane after getting jumped and everything else going on, she's probably a little bit winded. I wouldn't blame her there. Kari Sane, forearm there. She's trying to hide a lot of her other outside frustration, standing through fire. And Kari Sane, and Kari's sitting there pointing to the skies. She's probably sitting there thinking about going for that insane elbow, and Ember is not having it. Back suplex, driving Kari into the mat. There's Kari now. She's in trouble at the hand of Ember Moon once again in this one. Wait a second. She's going for some. Oh, Hurricane Rana on the floor. This is one right there. Kick to the leg. And send Kari back on the inside here. Ember going to the top. Wait, Kari gets back up. Oh, kick there, dropping Ember Moon. And look at that nice victory roll from the top rope from Kari Sane. This might be a wrap here, and Noah kick out at 2. Everything doing her part, making sure the Ember doesn't win this match. Great flatliner there from Kari. Kari feeling it. Kari knows if she can win this, she can gain some retribution for herself. Then she got that anchor. She got the anchor locked into Ember Moon here. If Ember Moon gonna tap out, I don't think Kari, as effective as a submission as this is, I don't think Kari done enough damage to the back. It definitely is gonna punish the back if you want to use that. If you want to use that move later on. I think if Kari wanted to use that move, she should have, worked on the back a little bit more. And Ember Moon with a sliding drop kick right to the face there. Wait a second. Great counter there. Great counter there. Great counter from Ember Moon. Super kick super kick missing there on the part of Ember. Drop kick didn't miss though. Got Kari flush. Sane's in a bit of trouble. Super kick right there. That one connected flush. Straight into the cover here. This might be it for Kari Sane. And no, it is not. I'm trying to figure out what the worst you got to do to put Kari away at this point. I've done almost everything in the book that she can think of at least to put Kari down, but it hasn't really been paying off 100% for her. And look at this, going to work there. Nice arm drag. Nice arm drag there on the part of Ember Moon. Dropping Kari Sane. Super kick to the rib. Look at this combination from Ember Moon. And maybe with this new vicious streak and maybe something that she admittedly needed, Kari Sane realizing again probably what was coming to her. Quickly gets up. She's been paying attention to Ember Moon. That much you can say. And look at Kari from the top rope with a superplex. Driving Ember Moon down. Straight into the cover here. Kari Sane looking to end it. And a kick out. Kari Sane. Oh, she got Ember Moon in trouble at this point. Great drop kick. Great standing drop kick. Kari Sane looking to potentially wrap this one up here. Great form again from Kari. I know Kari is looking to, again, just kind of keep her composure. And go in there and just wrestle this thing. And she probably doesn't want to stoop to Ember's level and get all crazy and belligerent. Not really belligerent, really, but get all crazy and wild and the way you go about things, or else it could potentially lead to a short night, a shorter night at least for Kari Sane. Trying to go for a drop kick in the corner, to hesitate a little bit too long, thinking a little bit too much there. Not what she wants to do. She went on the attack. At that point, great German suplex. That German suplex on the part of Kari. Is she going to get Ember here? No. Kari Sane. Kari Sane. Oh, hip form. Right to the mouth. And Kari realized she got Ember. Got Ember in trouble. Spinning backsmith. She's out. She's out cold, Kari. Go to work. Kari going up top here. Sitting there thinking about it. Kari, insane elbow miss. Insane elbow miss. Wait a second. Ember, ooh. Missing with the insane elbow. Great awareness on the part of Kari to able to do what she had to do at that moment. And look at that. Oh, back body drop from Ember Moon. Right into a neck snap. Now Ember Moon realizes she got Kari in trouble. Ember Moon realizes she can end this thing right here, right now. Ember Moon is plotting. Ember Moon, Eclipse connect. Hits her with the Eclipse. Planning Kari Sane. Going for the cover. Is this going to be it for Kari Sane? And no, it is not. while Ember was able to dodge this insane elbow, Kari was able to get out of the eclipse. Oh. See what I mean by getting too finesse in there? See what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Ember was so in shock that Kari kicked out of the eclipse. This is a whip full throttle and mid. Oh my, that's the problem that you run into sometimes. Look at that. DDT. Oh, get that DDT out of here. Get that DDT out of here. Here we go. Kari Sane back up. Attempt number 2 with the insane elbow connect. Attempt number 2 at the insane elbow connects the Ember Moon. Kari Sane looking to end this one. Finally it connects. But Ember kicks out. Okay. Alright, so let's see what these women can do. They got to dwell deep inside their bag here. They got to dwell inside of their bag and see. Oh, great counter there. Great count. Wait, what the world? They're thinking Ember got an Asuka locked in. Talk about being disrespectful. And I think Ember moves. If he actually wins with this move that isn't even hers really, then that really just shows he made. Wow. Talk about disrespect right there. I mean, great effort. Great effort on the part of Kari Sane. But talk about the level of disrespect that Ember just showed to not just Kari Sane, but to Asuka, beating Kari Sane with her friend's own move. Word. Oh. Fair enough. I mean, she hit the eclipse, but it just couldn't get the job done. And Kari Sane, unfortunately, kind of back to the drawing board for her, but for Ember Moon, she might be one step closer to getting her hands on Asuka. I think it's clear that Ember's sick and tired of it. Let's see if she gets a mission accomplished. Goodness gracious, this woman is out of her mind, man. I know you're not about to sit here and walk past your brand new Intercontinental Champion, especially seeing that I was the guy that beat you this past week on Smackdown. Yeah, you're right, Shelton. You did beat me. And you won in a tremendous outing against Matt Hardy, so congratulations. But with all due respect to you and every other great legend that has held that championship, I'm going after something bigger. And tonight, I'm focused on Randy Orton. Okay? So, with all due respect, I hope your reign is a prosperous one. Wait, Keith, before you leave, let me just say that from one champion to a second-rate wrestler, I would say that if you come up short tonight, there's no shame in being second best, especially when Smackdown is in the age of Orton. But don't worry, if you want, I might give you a shot at this IC title. I'll keep that in mind, Shelton. See you around. Well, the level of respect that Shelton kind of just showed Keith is a little bit ridiculous here. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is our main event, Kieth Lee versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. This has been born off of the lack of respect, really, that Randy has shown Kieth Lee ever since arriving on Smackdown. Randy feels that Kieth Lee isn't deserving of that championship legacy, but right now we're about to find out who is, not with words, but inside the very ring, inside that very ring. And I gotta say, kudos to Randy Orton here. I mean, because for those that don't know, this attire is pretty similar to the attire he wore when he became the youngest world champion back in 2004. So Randy Orton probably channeling that same feeling, channeling that same emotion here against Kieth Lee, because he wants to be reminded that he is as good as he says he is. He wants to remind himself that he is capable of not only beating Kieth Lee, but capable of being a world champion once again. I like you may not like it, but you kind of got to dig that mentality of Randy Orton. And I hope Randy Orton is ready, because not only does he have to deal with Kieth Lee, but in the back of his mind, he also been, kind of made an enemy out of The Undertaker with his strong words, sitting there claiming that Smackdown in his yard and everything. I don't know about all that. And then Randy Orton has been on a roll. He beat Kane this past week on SmackDown. He beat Goldberg even in a match that, well, honestly, better than a lot of people were expecting. And let's see if he can keep all that momentum going and pick up a win over Kieth Lee, especially since Kieth Lee kind of fell short this past week on SmackDown. Randy Orton is so confident in himself, he wasn't even paid by hearing Kieth Lee's music. Not going to got a lot of upsides here in the WWE. That's on SmackDown. He's been doing great. Had a stellar performance against Finn Balor. And had beat Matt Hardy. Beat almost everyone that got in the way, with the exception of Benjamin. But we're going to see if, and Keith have even gotten the better of Randy Orton on a couple of occasions. Even sneak attacking him, getting a little bit of retribution for the stuff that Randy did. And I think Keith is going to kind of put a lot of that stuff in the back part of his mind, at least for now, because this is the night that Keith has been waiting on. The chance to become the WWE Champion. And we're going to see if he can do it. And Randy Orton downplaying Lee. I think it's clear who the crowd in Texas wants to win this thing. I think that part's pretty crystal clear. Pretty crystal clear. So we're going to see. All right, I think we got a split crowd here. All right, that's a good thing. But as our main event gets underway, Randy Orton versus Kieth Lee. If you've watched up to this point, thank you all. And again, like, comment, and subscribe to all the other fun stuff. And Randy Orton instantly trying to go for a drop kick, and that drop kick immediately dropping Randy Orton kind of right where he stands there, and Lee already kind of punking out Orton in a sense. And, oh man, Kieth Lee just barreling through Randy Orton, and Randy said earlier that yes, he is wary of the power that Kieth Lee can bring, but Randy might have a point. He does have that RKO. And we've seen how quick certain moves can turn the tide of the matchup, like we saw with Matt versus Shelton earlier. I mean, Randy might have a point again, drop kick again, but it isn't really. Oh, what a man. Right to the arm, and again right to the arm of Randy Orton. Lee got that power game, definitely got the power over Orton, again going back to the arm, not a bad strategy. Oh, man. Right to the back of the neck of Randy. He's showing off his power game here. Prop to him. And again, second time, except that time just clothesline in the back of the neck. I know you put a stop to all forward momentum. And the power of Lee is really taking over here. Ooh, good. I mean, they're doing it. And Kieth Lee kind of taking it all in, but I wouldn't turn your back to someone like Randy Orton, and that's why, because Randy was ready. Couple of shots, though, not dropping them. And again, we got a split crowd, same people. Oh, wait a second, great push off from Lee. And again, Orton tried to run in heavy. Not the best idea in the world. I think it dropped, placed first by Lee. We have these chops, and again, it's crazy. You got people that are on the side of Randy Orton that want to see SmackDown go back to the age of Orton. But look at the Hurricane Rana. Look at that athleticism by Lee right there. Showing off against Randy Orton. And Lee got Orton in trouble here. Oh, man. A hip attack in the corner. The frog splash missed. Orton or Keith trying to go above and beyond there, but that shot didn't drop Lee. And again, Orton gets leveled with a couple of strikes there. Oh, running axe handle there from Lee. Now I guess the question is how Randy Orton going to actually do, but he can't even drop Keith Lee. That's the problem. That's a major problem. But oh, wait a second, great job using his momentum against him into a Northern-like suplex by Randy. It was unconventional of Randy, but it got Keith Lee down. That's kind of what he was looking for throughout this matchup. And he was able to get it, and now it's time for Randy Orton to go to work here. And a knee drop right to the face. And I think this is what Randy Orton needed. Randy Orton needed a way to kind of keep Keith Lee down. To kind of get Keith Lee on the ground first, and now look at him just hammering away. And look at that, grinding his face across the top rope. Hey, come on, man. As Orton sending Lee off into the corner. Great counter there from Lee. And what the world is Lee doing? Look at Lee already with the pound. Already with the pounce to Randy. Already pouncing the dude out of his booth. That might be a wrap right there. 2, and Randy Orton is staying in this one. And this match has not gone in the favor of Randy Orton since this matchup began. Lead to the top rope, missed the middle rope. Oh, trying to go high risk, didn't get that one either. So far, Lee's high risk move has not paid off for him. And Orton was able to drop Lee with that clothesline. And look at Orton now throwing off a little bit of strength. Randy Orton doing what he can to turn this matchup around, because this match wasn't starting off well for him. A great turnaround there from Randy. That was shocked over and over, the uppercut. Look at Keith Lee. Oh, man, Rick Burger across the top rope. Good work on the part of Lee. Great counter from Lee to Orton. Orton able to send him off into the corner there. Great counter from Orton. You two countering back and forth here. Going for the knee again. Dropping Randy. And for a moonsault. Look at that. Oh, he missed it. Orton had that one scouted. He was ready for it that time. Oh, for a net breaker. Net breaker from Randy. Taking a lot of punishment up to this point. Now I think he has the chance to deliver some punishment back to Lee. Randy. I think we've seen a lot of people go for this move tonight, but we're about to see it again. Superplex from Randy. Got him. Randy trying to turn the thing around. If I was Randy, I wouldn't have went for that. And kick out at 2. Orton getting a little bit frustrated. He thought it was 3, man. I don't know why he thought it was a 3. Now Randy Orton stomping out Keith Lee. I've seen that. I'm not about to say that line. No. You would not catch me saying that line. No, I'm not going there. No. Anyways, Orton doing what he does best. He's methodical, going to work, but great counter from Lee, sending Orton over the top rope. Look at Lee. Moonsault off the apron. That's a big boy flying and landing on top of you there. Get to the midsection. Again, oh, great counter from Randy. And great strength on display once again from Randy. Ooh, man, whipping him hard into the barricade. And doesn't that time into the barricade again and dropping him. And now wait a second, now here's the funny thing. Orton is not in the wrong here. He can win this match, be a count out because the WWE Championship is vacant. So Randy is not in the wrong here. Clever, smart move on the part of Randy. He might have a new WWE Champion. Referee at a count of 9. And Kieth Lee is able to make it back in, but a drop kick is waiting for him the second he does. Clever thinking on the part of Randy, knowing that the title is vacant, he technically can win this title via count out here. Straight into the cover, 2, and oh man, a kick out at 2. Randy Orton continuing to go to work. Kari Lee thinking about that RKO potentially. Oh wait, great counter from Randy Orton. Right into a roll up there. Great kick out. Lee is able to kick out. And Orton is trying to keep Keith down. Keith is not going to let that be easy. You are not about to run over this big man, Randy Orton. Oh, we got him up. We got Randy Orton up. And oh, a sit-out powerbomb. Killing this man. It wasn't, you know, that full throttle like a spirit bomb is. But it was definitely something. Being able to get him off. Come on into the corner. Oh, splash. What a vicious splash there. And Lee now going to try to go high risk again. Per couple of times, didn't really pay off for him. Is it going to pay off for him this time? Look at Lee moonsault. It impresses me how a dude that size is able to get that high up and flip into a moonsault. 2, and oh, a kick out at 2.5. The high risk finally worked, but it didn't get Kieth Lee the win. Kieth Lee being a little bit methodical here. Gonna go to work on the arm. Orton had to get up out of that move. What the heck is Randy doing? What in the world? Randy Orton pulled out his bag of stuff, bro. This dude wildin'. He's going deep back into the kitchen with this. Trying to cook up something real good. Trying to cook up something different, man. But Kieth Lee on that same power stuff and got that bear hug locked in. And Orton is flailing around. I feel like his ribs are probably lower back are probably breaking at the seam there. Randy Orton able to bell clap his way out of it. And I go for that RKO again. Get that mess out of here. Great roll up again from Randy, catching Lee off guard. Lee was able to get out and Lee rolled to the outside. And then they've been bringing it here. Look at Randy Orton. I don't know what Randy Orton game plan was there, but all right. Ooh. We made him pay for it. Back suplex. Back of his head smashing into that mat. And Lee got Randy in trouble. Lee, look at the height. Can't connect all that crossbody. Caught the leg of Randy, but both men are out here. Matchup these two guys have been putting on. Lee needs to do something. Lee is crawling towards Randy. He may think he may have at least done enough, at least for the time being. And a kick out at 2. Heath Lee feeling it. Heath Lee looking to end this one. Oh, great counter from Orton. Great DDT counter from Orton, and now he's setting up. Now he's setting up RKO. No, get that mess out of here. Orton again, rolling Kieth Lee up. And only got a 1 count on that one. I gotta say that's probably because Lee doesn't have Orton really. And have the same amount of strength that Lee does. Wait a minute. Oh, stiff clothesline. Stiff clothesline there. Orton with an uppercut. The bottom carry counter from Lee. Flatlining it. Here's Lee. Putting in work on Randy. Gotta keep the thing in his wheelhouse. Hey, jab. It's the ropes again. Again, Orton running into a brick wall. That back. Face busted yet again. He's leading on his A game. He's leading about to get into that zone, bro. Great. Oh, shot right there. Great shot right there from Lee. Oh, great knee to the rib from Orton. Great knee to the rib from Orton. He's been able to counter. Sending him over to the corner. Back elbow. Uh-oh. Exploder suplex again from Randy. This time Lee instantly rolled to his stomach, rolled into the corner. He wasn't able to avoid the knee striking again. This time Randy, you can tell Randy gunning for this RKO. Randy's looking to get this RKO and get this thing done and over with. Oh, Kieth Lee back to the arm. Kieth Lee back to the arm. Back to the shoulder with a drop kick. Kieth Lee wrapping it up there. Kieth Lee is sitting there thinking, ground zero. Got him up overhead. Look at this. Oh, Randy, what the? Oh my goodness. What a counter from Randy. Wow. The definition of RKO out of nowhere. What on earth? What a counter from Randy. What in the... Orton looking to point kick this man halfway into oblivion. And he does. 2. Oh, man. Orton is confused. Orton is perplexed. Orton gets caught with a fish. Waited way too long, but the winner could have paid off. The two gladiators have been bringing it. Oh! Lee is taking it to Orton. Uh-oh. Look at that. Oh, no, he got him again. Got him again. Is he still? He's a machine. Lee the freaking machine. Neck breaker. Get countered. Look at the stiff right hand. Orton. He's stunned though. Oh. Hit form again from Lee. Orton is trying to strike back. Lee is not letting it happen. Here we go. Oh, good. Killed him. Just killed him with it. Kieth Lee got Orton. Revving up. Shoulder tackle. Kieth Lee. He might have it. Shoulder tackle again. Kieth Lee. Are you kidding me? Kieth Lee. Third time. Oh, moonsault miss. Oh, the moonsault miss. Wait a second. Go for that net breaker. Great counter from Keith. Uppercut. Orton. Oh, catching him with a back elbow. Orton. Calling Lee up. Orton. Keith got him. Ground zero. Got him into a ground zero. Keith. Oh, wait. Kieth Lee right into a spirit bomb. Ground zero. Spirit bomb. Kieth Lee wins. What a win. And Kieth Lee is your WWE Champion. What a matchup. These two put on at Randy Orton. And I think the thing was, for Lee, it was one after the other. The ground zero into the spirit bomb. What a matchup. Lee and Orton bringing their A game. What a great couple of counter from Randy into the RKO. But he wasn't able to get it done. Kieth Lee got his bell rung several times, but it wasn't able to get the job done. Congratulations to Kieth Lee, our new WWE Champion. And Smackdown will bask in the glory of Kieth Lee after a... Wait a second. Wait, here comes The Undertaker. Or he told Orton, watch it back. Throw him into the barricade. And he's looking eye to eye at Lee. And Undertaker and Orton, as I mentioned before, have had their history. Wait a second. Kieth Lee is looking eye to eye with The Undertaker. I think we know what Undertaker wants. I think he just signified that he wants the WWE Championship. But wait a second, Orton is back up on his feet here. Look at this. Randy Orton. Randy Orton just got tossed aside. This got tossed aside by The Undertaker. And Randy Orton gets chokeslammed for his effort. And again, looking back at Kieth Lee. Using Randy Orton as a messenger. Do not mess with The Undertaker. Last ride. And that's it for Judgment Day. We have a new... and again, one last warning. The Judgment is going to be close for Kieth Lee. But what a night here at Judgment Day. Be a boss. And I will holla at you guys later.